I'm going to talk about La Llorona. Now, La Llorona is a famous Mexican urban legend. It's called La Llorona, the Weeping Women. Now, the story goes about like this. A long time ago in Mexico, there was this beautiful woman named Marie who lived in this small town and was pretty poor. And she was so beautiful that she got the attention of all the men around her. But she was poor. One day, a famous Spanish conquistador was near her town, and she saw Marie, and they fell in love, and got married, and had two children. But the Spanish conquistador was not too faithful with her, and would flirt with other women and having affairs. And this made her really mad. One day, when she was walking around town, she saw her husband with another woman, and this made her snap. So she knew that her husband loved both the children. So she got both of her children and threw them in the river in a fit of rage. When she saw what she had done, she immediately regretted it because she didn't want her children to die. So she jumped in the river to try to save them, but she could not, and eventually she drowned too. When she went to heaven, God had asked her where were her children, but she didn't know what to say. So God sent her back to earth and said that she could not come back to heaven unless she found her children. And legend says that if you go to some rivers in Mexico, you can still hear her asking you, my sons, where are my sons? Or have you seen my children? Now, there are many tellings of the story. Some say that the husband was mean and an alcoholic. Others say, and they even said that the husband tried to take her children, and that's why she had to throw them in the river. Others were not so, or more critical towards Marie, and said that Marie was just a jealous woman and wanted all the attention, and that's why she's mad. But the basic story still remains that she drowned her children. Now, this story is told to a lot of Mexican children by their parents to kind of scare them away from going to the river or anywhere without their parents' approval. Or some parents tell their kids that so their kids will obey their parents. So I'm going to talk more about the legend of La Llorona itself and where it came from. So the Aztec have I'm going to try my best to pronounce Chocolate, which is according to Aztecs the first woman in the world, and supposedly she would go around to rivers. European influence also had lots of effect on the story of La Llorona. One of them was Medea, a Greek enchantress who killed her kids when her husband tried to take her kids away from her. Another of them, well, the most important, was La Lamiche. La Lamiche was one of 20 slaves who were sold off to the Spanish conquistadors. But Maliche was one of the only people who know how to translate. So, as a result, she became Cortez's personal translator, and they got along really well. They even had a child together, but that child was eventually taken away from her and sent to Spain to get education. A lot of people believe that without Lala Michi, a lot of the conquest wouldn't have happened. So if you look at this, a lot of these stories got kind of mixed together to create the story of La Llorona.